This is an apple tree planted by the previous owner. It's the first time I see fruit on it. 3 apples. I think the tree is like 8 years old or so. Or a bit less, could be 6, 7. Quince is not doing this year, so it has 2 years off. Hopefully next year. Trace of wild boar. Still here. Here too. Young chestnut going strong as well. The only chestnut on this side. It's very healthy. Growing chestnut, edibles. See them up there. yeah, walking in and out is fine here. It's easier than there. Some people were responding with the idea of extending the floor level from inside to outside, which is about 50 centimeters, half a meter lower. And then you would create stairs outside. But the problem would be that you obstruct the walkway, which is only 1.5 meters here in between the buildings. Because you need to create a fence, because otherwise you stumble into the hole here, which is dangerous. So I don't think that's a good idea. Rather keep it simple. And yeah, the other thing about the regulations of not being able to make the doorway higher, it's not really about the height of it that is regulated, but it's more about that I have a building permit to renovate these homes in their existing form, shape and size. So door openings need to stay where they are and the size they are, and the same for the windows. You are not allowed to change the structure of the walls, because if you want, there's a completely different set of rules. It basically becomes a modern building. You know, if you want to make the door heights higher, if you want to make bigger windows, for example, you need to involve architects, engineers. The municipality is going to have to look at drawings and going to decide, like, okay, this window is too big, we don't want a window here. And there's a whole different set of rules. It basically means tearing down the place and start all over, and so I didn't want to do that. So that's why everything needs to stay as it is. You can renovate the roof, you can add insulation, you can add glazing, doors, etc. And the good thing is that this place was already registered as a residence, so an A4 category, which is a bit strange because they were pretty much barns. Because if it is a ruin, you also have to renovate it with different rules. It's a much bigger job, much more paperwork, much more costs involved, and time. To get the building permit, it's going to take months to a year. So this is pretty straightforward. This is what my geometer recommended in the beginning, like keep it simple, keep the existing structure. So that's why the door needs to stay where it is. She's been flying out every day, so I cut the outside of her wings to the biggest feathers, and now she can't fly anymore. Or not as high. Actually, she was lost. I mean, what was it, last week? I forgot to put it in the video. Didn't find her in the coop, and relax. It turned out that she flew outside, and she was. I found her later in a tree. Ah, she's here. Sitting in a tree. She'll stay inside now. All right. breaking the trailer again. The axle is bent. Not the axle, the attachment points to the trailer is, you can see it here, there's no space. Ordered 700 kilogram of Kia gravel. Maybe you put a bit more in because it should be fine. It's rated for 750 kilo, but I think that's total, so it's about 150 kilogram the whole thing. Anyway, I probably have to get a double axle, slightly bigger one. Okay, a nice flat area here with gravel where I can park the car, but first I'm gonna have a delivery here for sand and gravel for the concrete. And now the road is good enough to come here with a dump truck, small one. Before that was not possible. If I do it with the trailer I have to go up 10 times or more, because I need a lot of concrete for the footers, and after that the floor. So that's gonna be here. After that I'm gonna build a little roof here with a sort of a big table where I can store mortar bags and where I can work on stones. For example, a lot of big stones need to be hammered for the walls, so I'll have a roofed area there, so even if it rains or snows I can work there, and especially to keep cement dry. So this area is going to change a lot over time, visually. Grass will be growing. I mean, it's already growing quite well right next to the car there, so pretty quick in a week. Came back from a long road trip looking for a new trailer. I think I found one, but it needs to be registered, so it takes a few days. And I didn't film it because I was mostly on the highway, so it's not much interesting to show. And now it's already the end of the week and I can't remember really what I've done. I did the concrete, gravel, and I think that was mostly it. So sometimes I'm editing a video on Saturday and I think the video is probably a little bit boring, and then I upload it on Sunday and I read comments on Sunday evening or Monday, and then there's always people who are saying, "Oh, this was your best video ever," and it's funny. And I know it's turned out to be a big audience now, so there's a lot of people that enjoy this part of the videos, and other people enjoy like some more the work or the walks, or there's a lot to it. And yeah, but I've decided in the beginning to do the videos every week, and sometimes a week is exciting, sometimes it's beautiful weather, sometimes I'm working on my own, there's not much going on. Other times there's a whole group of people here and it's quite lively and exciting, there's a lot of things going on. It's not a scripted show, it's just like I'm showing my life every week, and so it's just real, and sometimes there's not much happening. I remember when I did the rain gutters 1.5 years ago in winter, that was a very slow progress, and I remember people saying like, alright, let's move on, we're bored. But it went slow because it was a lot of hand work, and I had problems with the batteries because it was winter, it was cold, short days, etc. So it is what it is, it's real life. Sometimes I think like, maybe I do this, it's nice for the video if I go on for a walk, and then I go for a walk, and it's always exciting, and I'm always inspired by doing that, and I think I should do that more often. So it's interesting, if the video is good, my life is good, and if my life is good, the video is going to be good as well. But I'm trying not to feel too much pressure to make a very good video every week. The work is always here. Sometimes I want to travel more, sometimes I want to go more on hikes or bike rides, but there's this pressure of keeping the work going on, the renovation work, and I enjoy doing that. It's a healthy pressure, it's all good. But yeah, that's what it is. It's pretty much, the videos are pretty much my life, and yeah, it's a funny thing, isn't it? Alright, next week.